Yo, what's good, homies? Welcome to episode 48 of the Breeze podcast, where your word of mouth is our oxygen. I'm your host, Jonathan McCollin, singer turned student or student turned singer, whichever one you want to put it. And I'm here with my boy and my co-host, Mr. Victor White. Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Why you
tried to
sleeping?
plan the intro, but it didn't go as planned. So we just had this idea of giving you listeners some more context going into the episodes in case you're new listeners and don't know what we're up to. I'm a failed skier, focused on legacy. Yeah, I suck. Do you want to roll the intro?
Let's get into it, fam.
Breeze.
Yo, so what's good, bro? What's good? How's your week been? Like, let's get into it one time. Week in review, fam. What's good?
Yeah, so I made a few bullet points here. Cause last podcast we did, yes, I was back in Sweden.
Yeah.
So, so I've been reflecting a lot on partly what you've been teaching me, and also what I know about myself, and not getting into the school is a blessing in disguise because I've been looking at my grade. Yesterday I was making my schedule, 16-hour thing, and I just realized that I've been preaching all these things on the podcast. It's time for me to triple down on my strengths.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I just realized that the answer to all my problems is culture and people. So everything fell into place after I did that. Called some trusted advisors, to get some info regarding what's about to happen, which I will include all the podcast listeners in. And I've also realized, these are realizations. So I'm going to take it back to what I actually did this week. I was scheduling my days because I like how, on Google Calendar, how you have the deadline.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to keep at it. And I have an athlete mindset, which is a positive and a negative thing. And I believed we talked about this in... did we talk about this in Toronto?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I think this is new territory, actually.
Yeah, I don't think it's
so. Yeah, so in my case, I've dedicated my life to craft, and for me it's a checkpoint. So now I have to conquer the next thing. However, you know how you talk about, you're switching teams left and right and all that stuff, and
Yo, what do you mean switching? Yo, be very specific when we talk about that. What do you mean switching teams?
You switch from the Lakers to the Toronto Raptors when you moved to Toronto.
I support the team I'm living in.
Yeah. So, to me, as a former professional athlete, there's an athlete's code where if you're an athlete, athletes understand athletes, and athletes understand what athletes sacrifice. So that's why, I've mentioned before, that I don't really I'm politics is important, but I'm not really into it because I think it's not the smartest thing for us to discuss on the podcast, since it would divide everything. As well as with athletes, I don't think you've realized that we in the future, in 5-10 years, we'll be able to have any athlete you want on the show, John. So that's just why I don't like to,
What I gotta do with me switching teams, bro?
Nothing. The only thing that has to do is just in the future. No, yeah. So the correlation there was just maybe there is no correlation. It was just me thinking of my past experiences of the pro athletes that I've met through my career and all the pro athletes that we'll be able to have on the show in the future. Yeah, I had a business call with the BTMI.
Nice.
It's always nice to talk to them. Miss Nightingale. And yeah, it was a good catch up. We're doing a promo thing in Barbados in March. I don't know. I just told her like whatever you need, just let me know.
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I to be honest with you, bro, listeners, I'm warning you about the vibe right now. My head is spinning.
This man's, bro. What'd you do today, fam? Like, why is your head spinning, fam?
I need to check my calendar because I don't even know. I like to automate my life, bro. Because I think the reason why we'll be successful on this podcast is because we are polar opposites as individuals. So, meaning that you're extremely good with patience. I'm super bad with patience. You have a lot of knowledge. I have literally zero knowledge, or
Not
I
true.
have cultural knowledge.
You have not like we
know?
have different.
I have street knowledge.
We have.
You have academic knowledge.
We have. I won't say that either. I would say it's more like we have like different facets. You know what I mean? Like different streams of knowledge. Like there's no classification of it. It's just like you live in Sweden. Like you live in Sweden, between Sweden, but like it's just like different experiences. You know what I mean? Like that's it. I don't really say. I don't really classify it like any other way.
Yeah. So no, but what I meant by that was I don't know. I'm just because. How was your week? I don't want to sit here and talk away this whole podcast.
Yo, I was trying to hear.
I
was trying to hear about how your week was, bro. Like you didn't tell me. Like you was like I had a call. Like that was it. I was like, what you did today? You was like, let me check my calendar. So you're checking your calendar to tell me what you did today. That made you so dizzy. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yo.
No, But bro, you know exactly what I'm thinking about all the time. That's making me stressed. So.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So my week was blessed. My week was blessed.
Yeah.
Caribana was on Saturday. So I went.
How was it?
It was vibes actually. Not gonna lie, bro. I went with Harsh, Shiv, Ikenna,
Nice.
VJ.
Nice.
I went with Harsh. Me and Harsh got there first. So we hopped the fence and we were like actually like playing mass. We're like in the band, so that was sick. We were actually like cross. Like it was sick. It was sick.
Yeah.
And it was. I had no expectations like going into it. I was just like, yo, I just want to hear some soaking music like super loud. Like I'm blessed. But it was actually a vibe, bro. Like it was.
Yeah.
Cause I was feeling a bit homesick too. Like it was my brothers like play like with Aura, and they were like sending me. They call me like on the road like yo, man's are out here, B. I was like, bro, shut up, B. Like. So I mean, if I didn't go to Caribana, I would be feeling the ways, just like missing home and ish. But it was a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. It was a vibe.
Yeah, I was actually talking with Daniel. He said they had a good time, and he said he was a little bit anxious about some results that he's waiting on.
Oh yeah. He's waiting for his exam results right now.
Yeah, but I told him I don't know what runs in the McCollin veins, but it sure is something truly special. That's true.
No, but yeah, I mean, other than that, like we had a long weekend this last weekend, so I was just working, finished up the video, finished up the song.
So it's done.
For the week. It's done. It's basically done. I just gotta add like I'm doing like credits, so I'm just getting everyone's name at the end, putting that down, and then like yeah, it's basically done. Actually, I'm gonna finish it after this call, upload it, schedule that, send it to you so you can see what's going in. And yeah, I finished the song of the week on Sunday. I finished that. Just gonna mix it tonight as well.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Sounds like a good week, bro.
Super productive.
Yeah. Can we talk about Bankruptcy?
Let's get it.
So I hit the 0 coming home from Toronto, which was expected because I knew that going into Toronto. Did we talk about that on the podcast or?
I think so. I think not last one. The last one.
Yeah, no, it's just about how to structure priorities, right? So what I realized by hypothetically doing that is that feeling. I'm trying to put words on that feeling because what I think you don't, what I think you haven't understood when it comes to me is that I am extremely goal results orientated and obsessed about building a track record, because I realized at a young age that track record is what matters. And with saying that, I have, because I know my own like limit for when I burn out, which we've touched on this podcast.
Do you though? I feel
100%.
like you just know when you burn out, but you don't know like when like the time is when you're gonna like.
Okay, but bro, no disrespect to you, but you'll never understand what it takes to be a professional athlete.
I feel
because,
but you're not a professional athlete anymore. So I mean, I'm talking like.
No, exactly.
Cause we spoke about this before too.
Yeah, but it's just like so. For an example, when I met Savannah, you know, she understands it because it's like a communality that professional athletes have. Or you don't have to be professional, bro. Like, you're good at whatever you do because you're just naturally gifted, you know? No, but you are. You're naturally gifted. Your only issue is time.
I wouldn't say that, bro. Like, honestly, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know either, but like from 14 years old, I've been in the studio working, bro. I wasn't good. You know what I mean? Like, I was. Yeah. So it was like, it was time. Like, I wasn't just like natural. Like, I could sing. Like, everyone can sing, you know what I mean? But like, actually trying to put the time and like try to make it sound like a way, like, that's not. Like, talent gets you so far, you feel me? Like, there are hundreds and hundreds of people. So I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to compare myself. Like, I'm just saying on the fact that we were talking about burnout, right? And I was just saying, like, where I'm standing, like, yes, I know you know what burnout is. I'm just saying, like, in terms of recognizing it before it happens, I think that that's a different thing, you know?
Yeah. Very true.
But trust me, I ain't pushing out these records like once a week just because I'm talented, bro. Like, cause that's not what's going in, bro. That's not what's going in.
No. But the only thing that I'm saying is just that being an athlete at the highest level, you have to sacrifice everything, and I mean everything. Like, bro, you know how you like talk to your brothers, and I know this sounds sad. Because it is sad, like, you know, it's lonely at the top, and people at the top know it's lonely at the top. So the only thing that I'm saying is just that to reach a certain level, you know, you have to dedicate, like, you know, you truly have to go all in. And with that, like, it's with anything in life, everything everywhere has downsides, you know. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's some place you live, people you surround yourself with, or you know, environments you're in, or whatever it might be. Now, my biggest issue with myself is that I make myself. I've lived in a. I haven't lived in a fake environment because I have results to show for what I've done, However, now I'm out in the wild and I need to find my footing, right? Which is like, as an example, I told my mom, like, when I talk to John and I say that he's the best, it feels like he doesn't understand that he's the best, you know? But at the same time, like, what I have to get better at is listening to the people that are the closest to me because they know me, you know? So, with that said, I also realize that, you know, people are confined. Like, I truly believe that you're shaped by your environment, you know?
100%.
And, like, that's something that everybody in the world it's like you don't have any, you like, you know, the maths behind it, right? You know, like, for you and me to even sit here and have this discussion and all that stuff, it's crazy. It's just completely nuts if you think about it. Like, bro, it's like,
No, it's true.
the world is a small place. So, with that said, I also know in my DNA that I have a highly addictive personality. So, which means that, like, the same drive and fire that made me successful in skiing is also my worst enemy in anything in life. So the only thing I'm trying to do, like, and this comes for, like, you know, there's research on this. Professional athletes becoming gambling addicts, professional athletes becoming sex addicts, professional athletes becoming, you know, left and right, you know? And my belief is that you get into that spot because when you're on top of the world, everything is accessible, you know? And then, you know, when you injure yourself, or when you retire, or whatever you do, you have a hard time finding your footing. This is my thesis, at least.
Okay.
So I've had to look, like, I've had to venture really deep into myself and just, like, try to, you know, just case study myself and just realize that, okay, Victor, you are in this space in time right now. You're a young man and you've done mistakes, like you told me a couple of episodes back. It's time for you to better yourself.
Yeah.
And you also told me that no one builds a business to sell it. Which also helped me tremendously, because I finally realized that, you know, your business is your kid, you know? And unlike your, like, so with the business now, with me, like, moving into becoming a pro businessman, I see threats everywhere, bro. Everywhere I go. It's crazy. Like, it's unhealthy. Like, I'm thinking business about everything, you know?
I feel you.
And but however, like, what I fortunately, you know, we had Gary V on the podcast, which is super epic. So that set a good bar for me. But you know, in terms of what I need to achieve with the business, and my first thing was like, oh, I'm gonna start a subsidiary in Sweden. But now I'm like, why would I do that when I own my own business 100%? Now I'm just gonna, like, build my own business. All the infrastructure is there. We work, Dropbox Teams for all, like, legal documents, you know, all that stuff, contracts. And then you can do, you know, Frame.io, super epic, Revolut, insane. So then I'm like, okay, now I just need to do the groundwork. And, you know, finding this thought pattern, which is what I'm looking for, which is what I need in order to succeed is something that I owe you a big one.
For
For helping me realize this.
oh. No worries, bro.
Bro, we've been preaching on this podcast. You're always the master teacher and the master student. That is not it's like, I think it's time for the listeners, like, the reason we do quotes in our titles. Do you remember why we do it?
The guy that did Off-White, I can't remember his name.
Virgil Abloh.
Yeah, Virgil. Like, he does it for all his...
Culture. Major culture.
Mm.
And then, one more. Yeah, so, like, I with me, as an example, I've just, what was I going to say? So, our different frequencies that we were touching on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How good do you know, the history of Europe and Sweden, for that matter?
I don't know nothing about Sweden, bro.
Okay, so, because I was schooled in Sweden, and Sweden is what you call a neutral country, and I have not given Sweden enough props, even though I do have, because I've done like tons for the skiing community here. So, but the only thing that I wanted to say regarding that is the benefit that I would say as YouTube's worst tech reviewer is, and nowadays I'm also a country reviewer, is that if you're schooled in a neutral country, you're schooled in a neutral point of view, which has its benefits, and really there's only upside to it. But so I just wanted to say that, because I do think, in terms of, like, listening and what we're doing here, we're honestly shaping. We have the opportunity to shape the mindset of our listeners and turn them into winners.
100%. The glorious thing about podcasts, right? Like, you're in the person's ear, so, like, it's something that we can't really drop the ball on the fact that that's some big responsibility there, like, you can't drop the ball. We're in their ears, we're the closest part of their brain, you feel me? So, like, that's some responsibility, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, I just got so much insight into venturing, deep inside myself, and just, like, trying to find these answers, partly because I've been, thinking a lot about, like, our trip in the city of the future, which was epic. Shout out to everyone from the city of the future listening.
Sure.
Partly because of the problem that I'm now going to try to solve with my company here in Sweden. And I truly believe, because today I made a very difficult decision.
Yeah?
You want to hear it?
Yo, drop the beans, bro.
So, for all my life, this far, I've been struggling to become the best. Right? And that crippled me in terms of everything that I did. I wanted it to be the best.
All right.
And that's not real life. I would call that a fake environment.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, results really do matter in real life. You won't get anywhere in life if you don't show real results.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the one hand, I feel privileged that I'm able to speak about things that I have knowledge on when it comes to sport. But when it comes to business, which I'm now in, and I'm going to try to become a pro businessman, I really, I have a very difficult time, like, preaching that. And who would I be if I didn't eat my own dog food?
It's true. I think just
So,
recognize like it's a long journey, bro. Like there's no
mm-hmm.
perfect business mind. You know what I mean? There's no like mind that knows it all. So like you're always learning. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
forever. Like this is a road that will not end in terms of learning. You know what I mean? And once you recognize
yeah,
that, you're blessed.
yeah. No, I already, I've, I probably realized that you'll never, like, so the way I'm wired, right? The way I pursued my skiing career was train like you want to compete. That's my mindset. That's how I'm wired. And, like Gary said, I got a double hit. But when it comes to business, you get one at bat. And when it comes to business,
When it comes to
it's
life,
it's yeah, when it comes to life. But so and the reason, so I'll tell you why I have an enormous sense of confidence moving into business life. um, that's just because, unlike traditional sports, basketball, football, hockey, no, hockey, yeah, rugby, American football, yeah, that's like, a little bit more edgy. But with extreme sports, surfing, I told you this on a previous podcast that I have tremendous respect for those guys.
mm-hmm.
Um, it's because in extreme sports, you're dealing with real risks. And I'm not saying that to like put any other sportsman down. I just think there are sports where you have less risk and there's more finesse, and there are more risk, more finesse, and larger, higher consequences. So, and I told you this in Canada as well. Do you remember at Wonderland? And I'm like, bro, I'm so happy you didn't fall for peer pressure and just went on the rides,
Mm-hmm.
that you're like, standing by your side, just owning who you are, you know? And that's also why I I'm gonna keep saying, John, you're the best of the best.
Not yet. Me get there,
No,
dog.
you
Like I mean, like I get what you're saying. I respect it. I appreciate it, 100%. I mean, from my perspective, like I'm still a work in progress. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shiv, because that's his rapping name. But
mm,
yeah, that's how I see myself like all the time. You know what I mean? Like far from the best, like work in progress, bro.
okay, so what I realized, when it comes to business, you're looking for people with common sense
Mm-hmm.
to run things, right? When you build an organization and you have employees, you have to have common sense in your employees. So, in my case, guys, I I'm not gonna shy away and say that I don't believe um the best marketing campaign to ever walk this earth.
What?
No, I think so.
What's the best marketing campaign ever? What is Earth?
Because I've documented my life, bro. I sold myself.
Or that you're the best marketing campaign. Oh, I thought you were gonna
Mm-hmm.
say what the best marketing campaign was. Oh, okay. Okay.
No, because if you think about it, nobody can ever say, like, all right, that's just a story, or we don't really trust him. I have proof for everything that I've done within the skiing thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good thing and a bad thing, because when I'm thinking of you as a big data guy, my voice is cracking. No, it's super easy for someone to just map my, you know, personality traits, editing style, thought pattern, whatnot, style of writing.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm the person, like, that's why I like Gary Vee more than you like Gary Vee, because I identify with him like so much, bro.
No, I
Like
feel you.
it's, the hustle and the struggle and all that stuff. Um, However, what I learned from like how finance works, and what we've talked about earlier, how celebrities are commodities. I also know that I'm just a commodity. I'm something that can be bought and sold. So, now it's just like, I've landed in Sweden. I've had time to reflect, and the big decision that I was gonna say that I've now reached is that I'm not gonna chase, as an example, the Stockholm School of Economics anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So next year, they have Stockholm Business School. That's where all the people are. That's where all the people with chips on their shoulders and that actually wanna, do something good and become something good. In my opinion, like we've touched on before, like you say that I'm not humble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, as an athlete and someone that has dealt with having their own life physically in their hand every time they've been on the field, so to speak. um, I just know when to be humble and when not to be humble, because I just have that risk embedded in my operating system.
I feel you. I mean, I get what you're saying, bro. I want to go back to a point. You said,
Yeah.
like, I don't really own Gary Vee that much, to be quite honest. Like, I prefer John Henry style, Like, I respect him 100%. Like, I consume more of
Yeah,
his content than Gary Vee. I consume
yeah, but
more.
bro, you are more conservative than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how it is. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like, I mean, like, I would be into Gary Vee sometimes, but I just gotta turn him off. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like,
Yeah,
John Henry
yeah,
style, like, I
Big,
identify with him more, like, 100%. John Henry,
yeah,
Steve Bartlett, those
yeah,
guys,
yeah. But
100%.
bro, that's the beauty of the internet, because like you don't have to identify with like the same people that I identify with,
Facts.
Catherine or Bjorn or Sophie or whoever identifies with, you know on the internet we all have the opportunity to identify with who we truly identify with, you know
It's true. That's the beautiful thing
now.
about a feed is that you can turn it on and off. You can turn it on. You can cater it to whatever it is you're about. Like if you're not feeling something, like unfollow. You know what I mean? There's nothing like there's no
Yeah,
like
cancel culture.
yeah. I mean like there's nothing like unfollow. Just a button. Be like we have this culture of like nah you can't unfollow someone, but like is your like
Yeah,
even going into the whole mental health like conversation like being able to like purge yourself like online and being able to turn on and off like what you consume like that's a very important thing people need to understand.
yeah, yeah. So that's the next thing. Uh, with me, I look at everything I do, like we touched on. I just want the best of the best, which is a weakness and a strength. So, but at the same time, I know that I can't. It's not reasonable for me to expect that of someone else, right?
Mm.
Wow, I'm just talking about myself. I'm so self-obsessed.
Oh shit, you just okay.
Do you want to know why I'm self-obsessed?
Why?
Because I'm my mother's only child.
You're saying the only child thing?
Yeah, 100%.
You think so?
Yes, bro. It's an only child thing or an individual athlete thing.
I would say more individual athlete thing.
Wait, okay. First of all, now you're biased because you have two brothers.
No, but I got
Like,
family, I got family that are like, I know a lot of only child be like, I know a lot, bro, like hella, but
okay.
I get what you're saying, but it's if you're putting it, if you're pinning it against like just only child or like athlete, and like the data
No,
speaks.
no. So the combination of being an only child as well as being an individual athlete. Like, bro, the way that I'm gonna steal from Gary here, quote unquote, navigate and live my life,
Nope.
is that I put everything on myself, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and people don't understand that. Like, it's, so. But then again, like, we're here to walk the walk and not talk it.
It's true. That's big facts, bro. You know, we were talking about something else that we got totally sidetracked.
Yeah, we got really deep.
It happens,
But
in every episode.
I have a feeling that we'll get deep these coming years to give the listeners context, because I was actually thinking about that, bro. Today, if I decided not to do, like, bro, it's kind of funny. I could put everything on hold in my life and like make a considerable amount of money. I could travel the world, be an expert commentator in winter sports. Like, there are so many opportunities out there, but you just gotta, reach for what you want.
100%. 100%, bro. That's facts.
Should we?
Let's get into let's just get into chopped up.
I before we get into chopped up, I want to hear your thought on carelessness times awareness.
In what context? Like versus awareness, or like?
No, in your mind. What pops up in your mind? Tell me exactly how you think and feel about it.
Carelessness is lack of self-awareness in my brain. Like, if you don't know what you're about, like being careless, you're not fully aware of your current situation, so you're not self-aware. Like, I think they go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Like,
so you don't think you can be both at the same time?
Careless and aware.
Yeah.
If you're aware that you're careless, then you gotta do better in life. Be like I think like consciously doing consciously making an error. Like, I don't know, be like that. That ain't normal. Like, if you sitting down like writing, and you be like, you supposed to write, "Hi, my name is Jonathan," but you know you're writing, "Hi, my name is Victor," and like you still write, "Hi, my name is Victor." Like, I feel like you gotta do better than that. You know what I mean?
Okay, bro. So when it comes to business, what do you do when you want to do a hostile takeover?
What you mean? In what sense?
No, but if, like, okay, so, I'm gonna reframe that question. So, carelessness to me is to be careless. Like, as an example, I would say that when you're not running on time and when you're running late, that's being careless. You know? Awareness would be being aware that you are running late, running beige on time,
Yeah.
So I fully believe that you can be both things at the same time.
I guess. I mean, it depends on the situation, on the scenario too. Like, in that situation, like it, I don't know. Be like it's such a deep, like, in terms of the word carelessness, it has so many different like caveats to it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I just wanted to know how you interpreted it. because like let's take my skiing for example.
Yeah.
Do you think that was careless or awareness or both?
What part of skiing? Like doing it?
Every day you're on skis doing tricks. You're literally staring death in the face.
No, but if that's what you do, like at that point, like it's awareness. You know what I mean? Like you're fully aware that this is what's happening. You know what I mean? Like it's careless if you purposely like mess it up or do something ridiculous, like retarded. Like if you like going on, I don't know nothing about skiing. Like if you just go like on one ski or something, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna go do this. Like that's dumb and careless. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
I don't think it's nah.
Okay. No, I just wanted to, because my take on carelessness and awareness is when we take that over to social media, I think it's about, you could reframe it to intent and like what you want out of the people seeing what you post. You know?
Yeah.
I think another difference between you and me is that, as an example, my Instagram profile is a business profile. That's because I've known that Victor White is something that can be bought and sold.
Right.
You know, I have been bought and sold many times in skiing. I've been traded. Like, you trade sugar or you trade, I don't know, whatever you do. So I do think, so one of the issues I'm seeing in that landscape, which I'm thinking about because I'm moving into the business landscape, is that I don't think people really realize that, the underlying effect of it. Like, and now I'm talking about like everyday Joes, which is, guys, you have to remember when I'm speaking on this podcast, I'm thinking about our demographic. Like, how we have Barbados, which is a smaller island with tons of fantastic, beautiful, creative people. And I don't want to disrespect anyone, and I don't want people to think that I'm just being like, careless. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about our European audience, our American audience, so I just think that thought pattern, teaching myself that is something that got me to where I am today, and that's where it ends.
Well, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah, so guys, the main subject, I saw that now. Long-term thinking and pressure points. Bro, what's your pressure points?
Bro,
you gotta know your pressure points, bro, if you're gonna be a businessman.
Pressure points. My pressure points, time management.
Yeah.
Big one. Trying to manage that ish. It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Not enough days in the year, not enough hours in the day,
Which is an excuse.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I don't know, bro.
You don't have to be doing music.
Are you dumb? I have to be. That's like the dumbest thing. Like if you have a gift, like why would you not use it? Like you have to. I feel like it's like if you're on this earth, you have to like bless the people, So that's not even optional anymore. Like it was at a time, but then like it's not.
But I'm just saying that's a choice. So you can't.
I mean, I don't feel like
anything.
it's a choice. Still, like I didn't ask. Okay. I don't think it was a choice, but.
Okay. Yeah. So it's an active choice from you that that's something that you gotta do.
Right. So
Which
it's
I
not optional.
respect
Like
100%.
it's not like it's a
Yeah.
choice for it not
So
to be optional. Like
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I think time management is the biggest one, for sure.
Okay.
Like you get into the more granular ones, that'll take some time, but time management is on
Yeah.
top of the list for sure.
Yeah. Have you been thinking anything of how you can work on your time management to better it?
Right now, like I'm working with Google Calendar B, like trying to stick to
Okay.
that ish, you know. So if I say 5:30,
Yeah.
it's 5:30. If it's
Yeah.
not
That's
5:31,
all.
it's not
That's so
5:32.
sick, bro. I think this gives a lot of value to our Caribbean listeners. It's not normal to run Caribbean time like anywhere else.
Yeah, not even running,
Or
not even like
actually,
running on time, but like, cause like I run on time. Like when you hear, like you have to run on time. You know what I mean? Like, but like in terms of duration of a event, you might go over, and that may like hinder something else you gotta do. You know what I mean? Like in terms of
yeah.
like meetings and stuff like that. Like you want to make sure like not all the time you could
Now
do
I'm
it.
hearing excuses.
Not all the time you could do it, but you want to make sure that you're like if you have a schedule, you want to stick to it. Like you know what I mean? Like a timetable
Yeah.
at school. Like that's why
Yeah.
that's why I think about it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, bro. So I want to give you some like really helpful tips.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're working with light, and you're working with the temperature in the climate you're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do, bro, is what is it? You want to freeze in the winter, and you want to sweat out. No, you want to freeze in the winter, and then you want to sweat it out. So essentially what that means, bro, as light will change,
Mm-hmm.
so will your movement pattern have to. So what I mean by that is, now it's summertime. Make sure to adjust yourself mentally and physically before, like, a month before you're moving into the darker, colder periods,
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
in order to be able to cope with it in a good way.
No, I feel you. I feel like we've spoken about this already, but like I'm not even worried. Like I'm like we talk about this. Like there's so many things I could be worried about, like in life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
going into winter is not like on top of my list. Like I knew what I was getting into
Yeah.
when I moved here. Like it's not like I had zero
Yeah.
idea. You know, like I get what you're saying. I appreciate it for real, but like my mindset is more
Yeah.
like I'm not even worrying about it, bro. Like I'm surrounded. Like going into the winter, I'm surrounded by good people. Like I'm living with some good people. Like it's gonna be.
That's
like,
nice.
I'm just like it's more of a blessing thing. Be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And that's the most important thing, the environment. But I just wanted to tell you that it might not be helpful for you this winter or anytime in the future, like, but I was just speaking from something that I know.
I feel you.
In my case, when I move into the winter period, I just try to, like, work with my cardio for as long as I can. The difficult part is when it's dark, kind of all
Yeah.
year. So that's really when you gotta, make sure that you get your sleep,
That's true. It's true, fam. All right, bro. We gotta get into this. We gotta get into this chopped up beat because like mine's house to dip soon.
Yeah, we're running late now.
Shout out to Barbados and Crop Over. It looked like a
wow,
vibe.
it looked amazing.
It looked like
yeah.
an entire vibe, bro. Like it was.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it just looked so.
Yeah.
I don't know if it just looked so when you're not there. You know what I mean? But like, it looked like a vibe, man. Like it looked like a vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
Shout out to Rihanna.
like it's Barbados is shout out to the whole Fenty family,
It's true.
a gang of entrepreneurs. No, but Barbados is paradise on earth. I've traveled to many places. John, you've traveled to. There's nothing like, the islands.
It's true. Man's from the islands, bro. Like, it's not even a joke. It is not.
And guys and girls, pause right now. Just look around. Actually, play. And now, when you're listening to me, just look around and think about what you see. And enjoy that beauty. Because a lot of people work very hard all year in order to afford 1 week to come where you're at right now. So
It's true.
just like, just always be grateful for, everything.
Facts. Everything's a blessing, bro. People's
Um,
homies.
Yeah, no, so yeah, it sucks too. I've had a big knife in my heart seeing all the stories and what's been going on.
I was
over there.
cool. I was chill, right? I was like, yo, I ain't carry mine, I'm blessed. Then I get this call from one of my boys, B. I was like, why this man calling me, B? So I picked the phone up, and this man's on the road in the middle of crop over, B. He's like, yo. And then I see my brothers, and I see my cousins. I'm like, jeez, bro. I gotta go. Peace out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk to y'all later.
I know.
But I not even like beating up about it, because like I'm here, like it's a blessing to be here. I'm not even trying to.
Yeah, but Toronto have a good like Caribbean culture in the
Yeah,
city,
fact. If I was somewhere else, I don't know. If it was in London, bro, like London, Ontario. Oh, buddy. I don't know, bro.
Someone else is in Sweden.
It's true.
Not complaining, grateful.
No
Fintech
complaints.
land, bro.
Yo, I saw the Apple had like a demonstration. Did you watch it?
No.
It's Apple-y.
Okay.
It's just Apple-y, bro. A lot of marketing, buzzwords, a lot of. I mean, just want to see it roll out at this point in time.
Yeah.
I also saw Disney Plus.
What Apple Pay or like the Apple Card Pay?
The credit card, the Goldman Sachs card.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's cool and all, but I'm on Team Revolut, guys. I'm a global ambassador, just so you know. I'm biased.
Yo, Revolut has a credit card, bro?
No, they don't. Only debit.
I feel you.
Oh yeah, it's only debit. But I think I don't want to talk too much on behalf of Revolut because I don't know what I can share and what I can't share, and I know that's very sensitive information as it's a unicorn, and as we've talked about before on the podcast, it's a thin line.
Yep.
Etc. Yeah.
Oh, we have to talk about that in the episode, like the importance of credit too, like especially in North America, and like we don't understand it. Like in the Caribbean, like you don't understand that, bro. Like no one teaches you that ish, but we can do like a little crash course in one probably next week.
I'm blessed under the European Union, bro.
Nah, I feel you.
Which is
probably next week.
That's a good thing to talk about next week actually, because I wrote it down here, a cultural trip around Europe, just because culture in Europe is a big thing compared to like America, where it's a big thing in another form. Same thing, different forms. So Breeze, pick up the week.
Yo,
by our
our
homie.
Shout out to my boy Puffy. Let's get it.
Hey yo, what's going on? This is DJ Puffy, Red Bull 3-star world champion, and this is the Breeze pick of the week. Check it out, yo.
Yo, that Breeze pick of the week, right? So that's more brief. I don't know if you ever heard this song. But
No,
this song, I hear this song They got Sometime, Lepoy and Just J, right? Sweet
Yeah.
Soca. This is
Yeah.
the music of Barbados, which is Bashment Soca, which
Yeah.
is this. I never heard this song until a couple of a day beat, and it wasn't even in Barbados. I hear this song in every single snap. I was like, yo. I see Rihanna singing to this song. I was like, yo, let me get listen to this song by now. Shout out to Mole. Yo, this song. I mean, like, in not much you can say, be like, it's Bashment Soca, it's Beijing, it's as Beijing as it get.
Big ups.
Yeah, that's for all the people that ain't know Barbados, Bashment Soca sound like, lads it there. 100%.
I'm just sitting here smiling. I'm speechless
yeah.
as always from our Breeze pick of the week.
True. But yeah, B.
Yeah. So just a round up from this week. John is back on editing duty when it comes to the podcast because he got really upset about me not being able to keep the timeline and being consistent and all that stuff. So I got a real angry face from John.
You got the
when we
emoji.
spoke last time.
You got the emoji. I should put an emoji on, bro. Let me put it on. Nah, I can't do it. That's FaceTime. Jeez. So
Yeah.
fast.
So, but that's life. And
What's the name of this episode?
just buzzwords.
Okay. That's easy.
Yeah.
Buzzwords.
No, and people of all shapes, colors, forms, and genders. Remember, your net worth is your self-worth.
Oh, I like that. Sorry, bro. My people are back. So, like,
Yeah, it's all good.
you know, it's time to wrap up.
Bless up your cuss. So bummed I didn't get to come to Brampton,
next time, bro. Next time.
Yeah.
It'll be easier, too.
Yeah. Thanks for listening in, guys, and have a fantastic
Yo, we
Thursday.
appreciate you guys. Every Thursday, you guys listen to us. Thank you so much. Tune in next week to episode 49. Peace.
And don't forget to talk to us.
Facts.
Send us voice notes.
breezejv@gmail.com.
Comment.
Anything.
Give us some oxygen.
DMs work.
Peace.
Peace.